Disclaimer. All statements, analyses, and opinions provided are conjectural in nature and represent personal viewpoints only. Readers are strongly encouraged to perform their own independent research and due diligence.
I think everyone likes to go everywhere. I'm like I've ridden on a plane one time, never been in a jet. I fell asleep in a cockpit. I was like fifth grade. Wasn't that exciting?
Fell asleep in a cockpit?
Yeah, I got to fly in the pilot's seat with them. It was pretty cool.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Who was the pilot?
I was five. It was in fifth grade, man.
Epstein?
Yeah, actually, it was. You know what? Now that you say
He's
it,
like,
think about it.
Jeffy Jeff's going to take
The only
care
reason I
of
wasn't
you.
abducted because my parents were with me in the back. They're like, "Do you want to sit in the cockpit?" Yeah. I'm like, I fell asleep. It was pretty loud though. I'll give it that. It was like a 2-engine plane. It was like down to West Virginia. Yeah. Never been a plane ever since. Been on buses and those suck too. So
Yeah, a Greyhound bus.
yeah, blah, yeah,
Those are awful.
terrible.
You have plywood seats. It's like, oh.
Didn't know that the guy I was riding with happened to be when we got to Indianapolis. All the cops are looking for him. I'm like, pull out. My friends are waiting for me, and I'm like, oh wait, who are they looking for? Oh wait, you? His name was Steven. I don't remember anything else about his name, but yes, they were all looking for Steven. He was a pretty nice guy, I thought. I mean, you just talk to people along the way, and so never befriend anyone on Greyhound. I was young.
Or planes.
Well, probably that too, but usually
Word to the wise.
planes cost, take a little bit more to get through, more vetting. A bus, they're going to hand a bus ticket out to anyone.
That's true.
I'm just saying, you never heard of like a bus going into Twin Towers, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Got some minor structural damage.
Hercules.
Hercules, yeah, whatever. But what, I mean, like today, 2 747 buses,
Yeah.
not Airbuses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
just
Have
going
you
south.
guys seen the actual Chris Bledsoe's TikTok
No.
account? Do you guys follow him on TikTok?
Oh, well, we did talk about that briefly. Yeah, where he's
Always filming the orbs.
Yes. What is that practice called? Oh my gosh.
Filming the orbs?
No, it's like a meditative state where you call the orbs or UFOs. Remote
Yeah.
viewing. That's
Remote
it. Yeah.
viewing, is that what he calls it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he goes into that state, Have you've seen him, James?
I've seen a couple, yeah.
Yeah. We should show one of those videos on here. Just a
Dude,
clip of
pull it
that
up.
because remember back last year when all the drone craze was going on?
Yeah.
Everybody they
New
were seeing
Jersey.
them on the eastern seaboard. They were coming out of the ocean, and all of a sudden you're seeing military drones all over the United States.
Yep.
Right. So what do you guys think about that whole deal? While I'm looking this up, what do you think about why that happened like that? Because some of those videos I saw from the general public were literal orbs. It wasn't a drone. A drone's got lights flashing on it. You can see it. You can tell it's a drone. But the majority of the other ones that people were seeing were literal orbs in the sky they were filming. So it makes
So
me
what do we think about it?
yeah, why would all of a sudden now there's drones, like big drones everywhere?
Yeah. It was hard to tell what was true and what was made up, but I think there was some truth to it because there were some people I spoke to that heard whispers, some people they know kind of from that area, and they said it was legitimate. There was some stuff going on in the sky that was not the military drones.
Okay.
Right.
To me, it was kind of like a cover up, like, oh, something's happening. So the military puts a false flag in, like, oh, no, it's just military drones. You're like, I don't think so.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So my mind immediately goes to they're trying to muddy the water.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, it's our stuff. Oh, it's Russian stuff. It's nothing, interdimensional, out of this world, whatever.
Okay, one quick question. I'm not trying to interrupt in a second, but you guys ever heard of Ezekiel's wheel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
It I could be off. Isn't it like an angel? Like with
Right.
eyes?
Okay. Right. But also spacecraft are typically known as, same depiction or whatever. I really need to look into it more because my mind was just kind of made that connection like in the last day or two, and I haven't had much time to dive into it. But
Yeah.
maybe the spacecraft aren't all bad. I'm not saying they're bad, but like it'd be one of the things of like when I come, you're not even gonna know it's me, or what I'm saying like the messengers of the aliens could be benevolent beings instead of malevolent. But
Yeah.
really, I think it's gonna come down to discernment of you're gonna have to watch them for their actions. You're not. I mean, that's still gonna be the deception. You're gonna be only be able to. It's gonna be hard for you to discern the truth without some sort of. I think known as Ezekiel's wheel. Like I think that's gonna be a little bit more something that is. I think there's a little bit more into that than what most people realize. And I have my like I said, it was just brought to light to me, so I was just kind of interesting. I have to look into it. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
into.
Well, remember, guys, we're supposed to get aliens tomorrow.
Right. That's
And
when
yeah,
they
you'd have to use some big discernment, especially if they come as a Messiah form. Like, we are here to help. We're from the government. I mean, we're from space and we're here to help.
see. Has Chris Bledsoe really said that? Actual, I don't think. I don't know if he's actually come out and said that it is the Messiah. He just said it was
No,
a
he
dawning of a
mentioned the
new
Sean.
knowledge.
Well,
Yeah,
so,
he mentioned it in the Sean Ryan interview that
Right? What'd he say?
could be
Could
it
be.
could be like from Christ returning or something. It was pretty brief compared to everything else he spoke about. It was just
Okay. Because that's a big
conjecture, like it's
because
possibilities.
because that's a big hard line for me because everything I've ever heard or said, no man, like you've said before, no man can predict the time and day of
No,
when. So
no.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't think that's
I
it
don't
at
think that's
all.
it. I think it's
I don't think
something else.
it's something else. No one knows. I think he's right about something is coming.
Right.
He may not be right about the exact day, but I believe him. But yeah, I don't think it's wholeheartedly. I do not think it's the second coming of Christ. There's no way, and no
No.
one knows. There's been
Yeah.
so many
Nobody.
well,
Yeah.
predictions. No
Yeah.
one's right,
Mm.
and also biblically, there are many things that have to happen before he shows up again. So I'm
well, I see. Like I just googled Ezekiel's wheel, and
That's what I was getting ready to do right now because
and
I've heard that same thing, and that's an interesting
and we'll just
story.
kind of go with. I'm going to try to dumb this down, not like read everything. It's a profound vision. Ezekiel 1 of 4 multi-directional wheels with end wheels, covering
yeah.
eyes, associated with angelic cherubim, and a
Mhm.
divine chariot. They symbolize God's omnipotence, omnipresence, and perfect knowledge, demonstrating he is not confined to the temple, but is actively in control during Babylonian exile. And one more I'll say. So the structure is a wheel within a wheel, described as two intersecting perpendicular wheels, allowing movement in all 4 directions, forward, backward, left, and right, without turning.
Mhm.
All right, so let's just think about that too. Maybe some of those are cherubim. Like we're gonna think everything's alien, so we're gonna have to really kind of figure out like what's the biblical definition of what do they look like. You have seraphim, you have cherubim.
Mhm.
There's going to be different things. So,
There's
when they say
archangels. Yeah.
seraphim, you think of serpent, seraphim to me,
Right.
so they like, oh, reptilian. Well,
Hmm.
I'm not so much sure, so really you're going to have to go back to the whole Aramaic meaning of everything because that's what Jesus spoke was Aramaic, the Messiah. We know most
Hmm.
people don't nowadays. I don't really think it's the real name, but to speak to everyone, which they understand, that's the meaning I'll use. But I'm just saying, like, it definitely a spacecraft could be not just an alien. I mean, it definitely is angelic technology, obviously. I'm saying, but the Ezekiel's wheel kind of depicts what some of us think of would be an orb,
Right. Yeah,
multi-directional
that's
light.
that particular person's time in that place. They didn't have jets. They didn't have helicopters. They didn't have anything in the sky. How else are they going to describe it? It's a wheel.
Right.
That's all they had were wheels.
Right.
Yeah, and the wheel is round, but but it's just two intersecting. That means it could go that
Right.
way, so that would in a way look like an orb. Not
Right.
confined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
moving left and right, up,
It's
down.
just like when
Right.
you see a portal, you're going in the thing, like in Terminator or something, going around. Same thing. In essence, when it's spinning so fast, it's just going to look like an orb. So what if it was actually what they say is in, you know,
What's I got a question for you about the Bible stuff too. What's the column that the Israelites followed for so many days that was there in the day to shelter them in the day from the heat and then at night it was a column of fire. Do you know what I'm talking about? The column that they followed?
Yes, but it escapes me. I do know what you're talking
You,
about. Yeah.
okay, because I just,
Was
you
it in
know,
the Israelites
they
or in the desert? Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, they lost in the
Yep.
desert and it helped them,
Yep.
whatever it was.
help to guide them.
Yeah, it guided them, sheltered them, fed them,
Oh
everything. It
man, what was
was,
that?
yeah.
Yes, Chuck, I do know what you're talking about.
But there you go. There's
I'm
another
saying
entity, you know, interacting
Yeah.
with
Yeah, you're right. How do we discern what
as a
is an
pillar of
alien and
cloud by
what
day
is
and a pillar
pillar.
of
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
by night,
yeah.
right? These pillars representing
Yes.
God's presence
Pillar. They
guided the
called it a
Israelites
pillar. Yeah.
through the desert during their exodus from Egypt, providing direction and light, and they never left their place in front
Yeah.
of the people. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I
So
didn't
right
never
there,
actually
there's
know that either.
another.
That was additionally in just Joshua 44.2-3. Joshua instructed the Israelites to take 12 stones from the Jordan River to set up the memorial pillar. I don't know, something like
Yeah. So
that.
you look at all this stuff in the Bible. This stuff's so littered in there. You know.
Yeah,
yeah.
but what version of the Bible? Really, like what Ethiopia was much actually bigger back in the day if you look at older maps, but it got reduced down to where it is now because f- that's just how things rolled. Obviously, they're not fighters, but
Right.
um, but it's amazing how the Ethiopian Bible escaped. And just they survived the test of time. And I'll go with the religion that has all the forms of the Bible, whether or not they want to be canon, because you can't pick and choose. So I mean, they didn't pick and choose. That sounds much more righteous than people pick and choose. So to me, that just makes the most sense. If you follow anything besides that,
So you're
cloud,
saying the Ethiopian Bible is the most
mm,
legit,
most legit. I would
right?
I'd state my reputation on
It's the
that.
least edited.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
unedited. Yeah, as far as I know, they didn't even edit it at all. They just copied it on. They were not
From
allowed
the
to.
Right.
scrolls.
And it
Yeah.
was found there with the Dead Sea Scrolls, right?
Yeah.
Yep, to
Yep.
found to be in and everything.
Several
Yeah,
copies of
even
it,
the Book of
right?
Enoch was found in
Book
Dead
of
Sea Scrolls.
Enoch, that's what it was, yes.
That's
Yeah.
what
Book
Yeah,
of Jubilees. Was the Book of
book of
Giants included in
everything.
that?
Yeah, I think
Book
a
of
lot of them.
Giants, yeah, that
Yeah.
was there too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one I got to say. So why would somebody take those out of the canon, or decide it was apocryphal or this or that,
Because let's put it this way.
Yeah.
So if you want to, okay, so knowledge is power, right? But also, knowledge can be entertainment too. So like where we live now, we got movie, film. We can take over someone's. When you have knowledge that's much more profound, you're not
Right.
thinking about how to live. You're thinking about how to shape the world in which you
Right.
want
Yeah,
it,
you're not
right?
thinking about how you're going to entertain somebody. You're
Yeah,
going to
so
think about how you
you're gonna have to
control
look.
them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look at it in a different
Right.
perspective of like, okay, I'm in charge here. If I want this to
Right.
happen, even if
Oh,
I
I've
can,
got this information. I'll
yeah,
just hold this
I
to
can move what I
myself.
need to through the spirits, because people want to always looking for a higher meaning. Then you just like, oh, hey, I meet that person. He's highly vulnerable. We teach him this, and that's
Yeah.
people think they're talking to someone that's benevolent, and it's really malevolent, and you can't really tell because, hey, darkness poses as light, but light's never gonna pose as darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
It's kind of like in Revelation, there's a lot of animal symbolism when it's describing things, a beast with like the head of a lion and it's got a bird or something, like that. The devil does the same thing because if you see and hear people talk about possessions, there's always like an animal face or something involved, right? So,
mm,
like you said, malevolent or malevolent, excuse me, and it can use both. So it can be evil masquerading as or good
Yes,
masquerading as
correct,
evil.
correct. Yes, yeah, that's most of the time what it is. When they're trying. That's why it's like when the discernment would be in is what are they gain? Why am I doing this? And they're like, if it's not, you don't. That's what I'm saying. Discernment can be really hard, especially when the being is way far smarter than you. You see what I'm saying? You have to humble yourself and be like, well, if that goes against the commandments, then obviously I shouldn't do that no matter what.
Right,
You see what I'm
right.
saying? So that I would be like, sorry, I can't do that. That was
It,
not. So
yeah. And like you said, knowledge is power. Like I heard an argument the other day, is the devil as in like the one who went against God in heaven, is he super intelligent or is knowledge is power? He's just been around so long and observed everything that he's absorbed everything like a sponge. He just knows it.
well, Right,
thinking
not
he's
just that,
figured
but he
it
was
out.
also created at the same time everything else was too. So at
He
the beginning,
was. So he's seen the
so
beginning
yeah,
and he
yeah,
knows the end.
yeah, exactly. He knows he can't win, but it doesn't stop him because those
No.
sins are encompassed in him. Pride is
Yeah.
being the biggest thing that encompasses mankind.
Right.
Like how many people we sit there and argue online? I'm right, you're wrong, you're
Right.
dumb, I hate you, I have nothing nice to say, I'm just gonna be a mean person. Even in most of the podcasters you see nowadays, that's probably why we're not going to be ever be popular because we're just not going to
We're
go
not
into that
selling
hate
our
you.
souls. Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit there and cuss at someone. I'm like, I'd rather spread positivity and negativity. And we all know that,
Yeah. And
negative
information.
vibes flow much better. Like, oh, I like to make people mad. I don't want to make them happy, you know?
Yeah.
So why would we want to have that? That just sounds like a war crime right there.
Right. It's funny
Hmm.
the term troll too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's a troll, and like, no,
Yeah.
a troll mythologically is a humanoid beast that lives in a cave. You know,
Yeah.
And it's
I
kind of like the
mean,
goat thing. Oh, he's the goat, the greatest of all time. A goat,
yeah, I know. Goat is, think
goat.
about
Like
that. That's why they
they're
say
ugly
goat.
little things. Like, what,
Yeah.
like what? Why would you compare yourself to a goat? But it's an acronym for that. But it's just
Right.
interesting how those little things sneak in everywhere.
Okay, so here's what I really think is funny. Okay. April 1st, NASA launches space shuttle into space. Like,
Optimus
oh my, there we
2.
go again. Zoom
Optimus.
out, whatever I did, do opposite. God dang you.
Here we go.
Dude, you got
Okay.
magic hands.
So, yeah, that's what she said. And anyways, so they launch it right into space on April 1st, which is April Fool's, right?
Okay.
And now let's see. Y'all think we went to the moon in 1960s in aluminum foil?
Nope.
All right. They said they lost that tech. Let's listen. All right.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what, I
that
just want to be
footage
clear.
where the
So we
lid is
lost
flopping.
aluminum foil in 1960s, and
Right.
we even though we still have aluminum foil, I cooked with it just the other night on the grill. All right. They lost that technology. All right. We have better than aluminum foil now, but they said they lost it. They couldn't go back. Now they're going back.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just get started. This is pretty confusing and sounds pretty dumb, but listen, this is their words, not mine. All right. So they couldn't go back with aluminum foil for so many years. Now they have something better, they say. They have the Van Allen radiation belt.
Right.
And okay, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I don't think temperature matters. I mean, I don't think radiation level matters as much as temperature, So like to me, 2000 to 20,000 to 30,000, like if you want to even just Google how much Van Allen radiation belt is, go ahead. I'm not even gonna waste my time because I know it's a lot. Um, but they're gonna say you can just get around it. Okay. All right. I'd like to know how that is. All right. Second of all, people are like, oh, it's good. The spacecraft, it just goes right through. It doesn't. It gets so fat, it doesn't even worry about it. I'm like,
Huh.
that's not how it works, guys. Like
It's
you
not
get
like a city block they're going through either. We're talking
no
thousands of miles of
hundreds of thousand miles,
hundreds
like
of thousands. Yeah,
250. Yeah,
it's insane.
supposedly.
Like they're going to just blip through it.
Yeah, and I could go on, but it's just dumb. Anyone that's falling for this crap. That's like I know we had our talk the other day about the world, like, but there was even footage. There's been footage of of astronauts. Let's say astronauts, people in space using. They were in the portcullis. Basically, they were looking at the port, and they had the lights out, and they had looking at the Earth, and they were like, "Oh, there's the Earth and the globe, right? It's around right there." But they messed up. There's some light, and you can kind of like the lighting messes up, and you can kind of
Yeah.
see that they're in the porthole looking down, and they're just zoomed in, like looking at the thing, and they're not even that far away. They're just
Right.
not.
Yeah.
So I mean, why would
It's
you
a
lie
scam.
about that?
It's a
It's a
scam, bro.
scam, and
Here,
why
while,
would
while
you?
you're talking about Artemis, Kyle, do you mind if I show the launch recently?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never.
let's
So
see
here,
it.
I
Because
will.
apparently
I haven't
CNN was
even
late.
seen it, dude.
Someone was late to the job. I don't know if it was CNN or whatever. Like, oh, we missed the launch. But
Yeah, that's
then I seen like
that's a
something.
big one to miss.
Yeah, especially no
So
one knew about it until April 1st. Like, well, we're out
yeah,
of war.
hey,
Once take them off.
keep in mind this launch was on uh April Fool's too.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
That's beginning. That's the birth of the Messiah. That's the beginning of the new year.
yeah. So shout out Sean. Chuck, we know who Sean is.
Yep.
Uh, big man, awesome. He
Yep.
noticed during this launch, he watched it live.
And there's
Yeah.
something that comes out the left of it, right?
What's that?
There's like a pulley system or something there, like a
So
zip
right
line.
here. So where
Yeah.
my cursor is, just watch these 4 boxes. So this is from C-SPAN.
Okay.
CLS, go for ALF. Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket.
I'm so excited to be deceived.
I know, right? Oh gosh.
Sound suppression water is flowing. 15. And here we go.
Here we
Everything looks
go.
real.
Artemis.
8, 7, RS 25 inches. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition
All right.
and liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for
Yeah, there they go.
humanity's
So tell me, what is that?
next great voyage begins.
I don't know.
Look like
Go ahead, say it, Kyle.
they had zip lines on it or something.
It looked like compartments where people would be in the zip line down. But you think with all that fire, you wouldn't think they'd be able to.
But that don't even make sense though either, because if it's gonna be fake, they're not gonna like, oh, zip, like pull them out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's just like, well, what is it?
Yeah.
And Sean also said,
Anybody watching, please let us know in the comments if you have an idea.
yeah. He also said there was like little pieces around it that nobody addressed. And I think
well,
we're
you
pretty-
wouldn't if you're trying to deceive people. You're not gonna pull like you're gonna have a different way, because I mean, ain't no one gonna be allowed within hundreds of yards. I mean, you're probably closest you're gonna be a mile away, right?
What is this? There.
So they wouldn't just, oh, hey, pull them out the last second. They would never put them in there anyways.
I wouldn't think so.
No. And they don't even look real.
Okay.
It just
The smoke doesn't look real at all.
the
Sure.
fact that even if it is a rocket, there's no way it's making it to the moon.
No.
It's not
Here,
gonna
for
happen.
sake of copyright, let me skip forward just a hair.
Yep.
All right. So it doesn't even look like it's going up into orbit
Right.
anymore.
It's
It
not.
comes- it's coming
I'm
down already.
serious. Is this not going down now? The cameraman.
In my world, that looks like it's coming down.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
I'm not
curving
that smart,
out.
but it's descending.
Well, it
And we have liftoff.
definitely doesn't look like it's going 17,500 mile an hour.
Exactly. I've
It
seen
doesn't, Kyle?
jets that are way faster than that. Come on
Yeah,
now.
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not buying it.
Because then they say that's the speed required to break out, supposedly.
And supposedly, yeah.
Look at all these people.
I'm not saying the
Shoot.
launch wasn't real, because, like, hey, we're going
Yeah, you can launch a rocket. I mean, we did it in science
Okay.
class in junior high, but
What is that thing right there? What is that?
is that the shuttle itself? And the two are the
Probably.
the launch
the
the
boosters,
launch
yeah.
rockets, the boosters, yeah. I mean, we have trouble
That
getting to
looked-
the
that did
space
not-
station, right? And dealing
Right.
with that. And that is like, if you put that on a whiteboard, the Earth and the space station are in the first inch of the left side of the whiteboard. And on a 4-foot whiteboard, the moon is all the way to the right on the
I remember that
other
analogy.
inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're talking
way
about-
out there, man. And you still got to go through the, like Kyle said, the Van Allen radiation belt and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just-
and then what I'm
um,
saying is, try to look on even what,
There's
what
no-
steel melts at. What they're like, sitting and say, oh, well, we have this new technology that will withstand. Like, I'm sorry, but
there's no way they
lava
brought,
is pretty hot, and I've not seen anything that's withstood lava. So, like, until we see that happening, I'm just calling BS, man. Go get some material. Like, I seen this one dude put they have this video of, they had like this cube in like an oven. Oh, it's real hot, and it's like red hot. It's cool to touch, and he pulls it. It's supposed to be really hot. I'm like, dude, that's like a ball with an LED inside. That doesn't even look real.
right.
You're gonna tell me that's a space shuttle thing?
Well,
Real gas?
if you think about the footage that they had in the 60s, right, of the moon, we can barely get good footage from a closed circuit camera here on the planet,
Yeah.
let alone from the
Yeah.
moon
Yeah.
in 1960s.
Well-
Come on, technology. Come on, man.
Well, when the ship ascended back up to the space station or whatever, right? The camera turns up. Who's controlling the camera?
Right. Yeah.
Did they leave the cameraman on the moon?
Because they didn't have that technology back then. They
No.
didn't.
And then
Yep.
the president
Yeah,
was on the
exactly.
phone talking
Servos.
to them
There was no
on
dust.
a wired phone.
No dust. Yeah. Massive amount of dust.
The delay in which they sent and received the messages was too short, and that was picked up by non-official people. So they're sitting there saying they're trying to delay it this much when it actually should have taken this amount of time because they weren't even proper on their calculations. All right, so there's that. So I mean,
Did you guys ever watch the interview with
Buzz Aldrin,
Armstrong when he came back from the moon?
they didn't look like they were very happy.
Yeah, exactly. He
No,
was
they were not happy campers at all.
irritated. Yeah, that right there was the most telling for me. He was like, you would have been over the moon, you know. I mean, sorry, no pun intended, but
I know none taken. You know, we never got there. So,
but you know what I mean? It's just the guy was, you could tell he was frustrated or something. There was something the way he interacted with the reporters. He was not a happy camper, you know.
I mean, Buzz Aldrin even like not just one time, but like at least 3 or 4
Multiple times.
had been like, and
Slip
it wasn't
ups.
like I wouldn't say he so much slipped up,
He
but
just
it's kind of
says
like
it.
he's allowed to because like simple like what are they going to do to? And then he went to Antarctica and about had a heart attack. So I mean, yeah, he's seen something in Antarctica. Who else went to
Yeah, he
Antarctica?
did.
You got Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica, went beyond it. I mean, yeah, I think our world's just a little bit bigger, but you know, some people aren't very bright and like maybe the world's really round, it's just really big. You know,
Massive.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, maybe it is, but you can't get out of it. Maybe it's not. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wanted to mention it's funny how much we name things after Greek gods. And
Yeah.
this is from Google AI overview, which makes things simple. But Artemis is the Greek goddess of the hunt, wilderness, wild animals, childbirth, and the moon, daughter of Zeus and Leto, and twin sister to Apollo.
Mm-hmm. God of the sun. Yeah. And
Yep.
Paulo is supposedly Lucifer, Satan, right?
Oh, dude, my
Yeah.
brain.
Did
Yep.
not know that. Sun God
makes
is.
sense.
Yep.
But yeah, the fact that the
Crazy.
launch was on April Fool's.
Yeah. It's mockery. It's pride, and it's laughing right in your face. They're just sitting back
Right.
in there. Ha ha ha. They're the ones eating popcorn, guys. You seen those people sitting there?
They're the
watching
ones
launch?
laughing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, those people. Yeah, the elites are the ones sitting doing
Look
the
at
same
those
thing. Look at
shimps,
these
man.
sheep, man.
Yeah.
They'll do anything for us.
I have a dog
Mhm.
out there smarter than they are. No offense,
Yeah.
guys, but yeah, I don't think of anyone's stupid. I just think we all see the world a little bit differently, and you know,
Yeah.
that's just how they look. Those aren't my words. That's how evil people think. They just wake up, breathe evil, they crap evil.
Yeah.
Crap.
Each get evil.
Here,
Shit
let
evil.
me we'll circle back to
Okay.
Chris Bledsoe here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Chuck, you sent me that video. So this
Yeah.
one is the best orb ever seen.
Yeah, this is some of the best footage they claim, and it starts at about 50 seconds in. You can, because there's some other stuff in there, but right there. So the same stuff here.
That's in front of the moon too, so you know that's.
Look at this video.
You get my camera stabilized.
And
I
that's
think
Chris
this is the one I saw.
narrating. And that's
I've
not
seen one of these in real life though too. Just not on video. He has a much better camera.
Yeah. A lot of people complained about his cameras, so he actually got some Kickstarters or something to help him buy better equipment.
Maybe he
It's-
was using a
Well,
Nokia phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. His early stuff was rough. And then it
Oh, there
does
we
that
go.
weird thing there. Yeah.
It rotates. That's what kind of
And
like
it-
Ezekiel's. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
turns almost looks too
If
different.
you were an ancient person and didn't have any other terms to describe it in, what would you call that? You know?
Ball.
It's a circle. It's a wheel. Ball, yeah. A wheel. Turning.
Yeah. You would assume it's a ball just because.
Is he remote viewing, Chuck?
No, he's just out in his all he does
Man, if
is
he can
just asks for them to show themselves. That's literally all he does in his mind. And according to him, they've made an agreement with him that they'll
Yeah.
let him record them. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people try to record this stuff and it doesn't even work.
I think it was
Or
like
they
I
don't
seen.
show
I just
themselves.
finished that interview. He was like somewhere like he was when he met the lady in white or whatever. He's like, I'm about done with this, because it was tearing him apart, and yeah, he was like, because it's causing a lot of frustration with his family.
Yeah.
And then like that night or something, that spoke to him and said, I will allow you this to do us,
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Did you hear the part where he talked about how it woke him up out of his bed? The
yeah,
the,
Yeah.
like
the
3
loud
a.m. or
voice,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, sounded like I think it was a loud booming male voice.
yes, yep, loud booming male voice, yeah. It's
Well,
I
when
don't
people
think
talk about stars, the Bible says the stars have names.
Yeah,
So
because
I
the
mean,
stars are angels.
they're well, are they angels or are they entities as well?
They have a firm. They have a firm place in the firmament, a permanent place in the firmament. Yes, they are angels. They're technically yes.
Just a
They're
different type
stars.
of angel.
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't. My
Yeah,
knowledge
I
has
mean,
not.
it would make sense. They're an
I haven't.
entity
Yeah,
nonetheless.
I haven't. Really dived into that part. But yeah, from what my
Mhm.
understanding was, they are angels that have a firm place in the firmament. That's why when you see shooting stars, those are
Mhm.
falling angels because there's a battle going on in heaven, and they do not have a firm place in the firmament. All right,
So still going
they
ongoing battle in heaven?
I as far as I know, right, that there was an internal war going on in heaven about that. So I don't know. That's just from my knowledge. I've always read a little bit, but I can't even remember where I came across that. It's been so.
Well, the devil himself would go to and from heaven and speak with God in Job. You
Yeah, but
remember
they
that?
yeah. Well, maybe
So I mean, clearly,
I haven't read that one yet.
they had
So.
some sort of communication.
yeah, they can go to and fro, and if a
Yeah.
fight broke out, that makes sense.
Well, I'm just saying it's like they're like from I think it might be in Enoch. I can't remember where I read it, where I heard it. It was basically the falling stars are angels that do not have a firm place or foundation, a place in heaven. They have, even though they're spiritual beings. That's why they said there's been a war. There's war in heaven. That's why we can, even the Dicenian glass that we're talking about that, there's war going on.
Yeah.
We might not be able to see because of spiritual war,
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm all in on that. Yeah.
Because the Nephilim are still bound to this realm, but they still are supernatural beings. So they're trying like everything to, that's why they can almost predict shooting stars and meteors because they almost know, like they have some way. I know it sounds crazy to me. It even sounds crazy to me saying it. Like I'm not even sure I'd believe, it, but it sounds. I'm just saying I've never really seen. I've seen Haley's Comet once when I was young. I've seen a few other orbs in the sky, but nothing we've never had anything hit the Earth that was catastrophic yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you just wonder. I mean, there's 200 craters on Earth or something like that.
I'm going to send you another video real quick. This is another orb footage from last year. Remember we talked about this when the great drone outbreak of 2025 when there was
Yeah.
orbs everywhere. You remember all that? I was working at a different place, and but you guys remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is about 10 minutes in on this video. There's a little bit of footage we can show, but I mean, this is what I expect. If anything's going to happen tomorrow, these are the kind of things I think we're going to see worldwide if anything does happen.
I know. Can you believe tomorrow's the day?
Yeah. I mean,
Today's the day.
I think that they sort of did a trial run last year, these beings or whatever it is in the sky,
Mhm.
and just to see how our government would react or the people in power. But yeah, 10 minutes in, it'll
10 minutes.
a little,
Okay.
yep, right at 10. Yep, right there. So this is the stuff people were seeing all over, New Jersey, the Eastern Seaboard, these orbs. Those aren't drones.
No.
It seems to be a common pattern. If you notice,
Or it's one of the triangular aircrafts that they have.
Yeah, and it's always seems to be they always seem to be
Yeah.
in threes, right?
You're right. Yeah.
It's so weird. The Trinity,
Well,
and then that comes
yeah,
back
Tesla
into
was
play.
all about 369.
Yep.
all over the place, but look at this formation.
Yeah, then that's so this stuff starts popping up all over, and then I think our government sees this and thinks we got to shut this down and tell them, oh, it's Russian stuff or it's our own stuff, and then throw them some real drones, that are obvious drones that are at 100 feet that people can. Because I had people in my county where we live that saw them over their farmland, like massive drones, like huge drones, like 10-foot wide. like big drones. These are, they're military grade.
Right.
So they're doing that. I think in my mind immediately goes to they're doing this to muddy the water and say there's nothing to see here. This is our own stuff. Don't panic. Or it's not so
I
much
mean,
don't
look at
panic.
that.
It's let us control the
Yeah, I
narrative.
know, right?
Yeah,
I mean, what the heck is that?
I don't know what that is. That is weird. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
odd.
somebody noticed too, I did as well, back when the COVID stuff started, they scrubbed all the UFO stuff, like the home footage and stuff, off
Yeah.
YouTube when COVID started, which was interesting because I
You
remember
wonder,
I had a bunch of videos saved
and
and
they
then
scrubbed it.
I was like, where did they go? And then I couldn't find it. Somebody else addressed it. Like all the videos are gone.
It's funny is like when the first fall of the cabal came down, right? I just remember
Yeah.
one day I don't know remember what I was doing, but like it just came up with my thing. I was like, the cabal is this really interesting video, and I watched it, and it just showed all these things, and then you couldn't find it. Like I got tried to show 'em, like friends or whatever, and then like within days it was off, and then come back like you said after COVID or whatever. The Fall of Cabal series is on there, but this was like it was like it showed much more in depth. Like it showed like your frazzle drip stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like it showed the Podesta emails and like
Yep.
Yeah,
you
that's
had the
creepy stuff.
Pizzagate and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And like that's when you realize when you're privy to knowledge that you and I aren't privy to, you have ways of using that to make everyone else to form a narrative around you. Even like so everything going crazy and we're at a war with Iran and then we're gonna worry about sending NASA. Yeah, like who cares about that right now? Like I care nothing about what happens
The
at
guy in the
NASA.
lawn chair did.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
He's like, oh yes,
yeah, I got my popcorn. My wife's happy. Gonna go home tonight and
I'm
have a
gonna be on
burger.
the Mars. I'm gonna be on Mars.
But no, it's just they just form the narrative they want you to think that this world's about, and it's kind of crazy.
Have you
Why?
guys? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Have you guys seen the jellyfish UFO?
What?
Have you seen that? The
I
Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp.
They're gonna
I
say
think
Jerry
it's been a
Maguire.
while.
It's
Show
what?
me the jellyfish.
I think it has been a while.
I just sent it to you. It's right. That is the creepiest stuff I've ever seen. They filmed this in infrared, right, over a Iraqi Middle East base. This is CIA footage or something. And this is the weirdest thing, man. Nothing sees it. Nobody knows what it
Oh
is.
yeah,
It's just hovering through
yeah, dude.
this whole base.
So I thought this was fake when it first came out
Yeah.
because it was unreal.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Like,
then you know what the crazy
this
thing
thing.
is? The guy that the first time I saw this footage was in a documentary with George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell, and they took this footage George Knapp did to a ex-CIA operative who just happens to be a guy that went to my high school.
Nah.
Doug Laux, I think his name was. Yeah. And he just recently died, by the way. I don't know if he overdosed or something, but
You're saying he worked for the CIA. We know what happened. Sorry.
yeah, when he was deleted.
Sorry, Doug.
Sorry, buddy. But yeah,
We're next. We'll
but
carry on the
We are
legacy.
not suicidal.
he viewed this footage right there on that documentary, and he was like, yeah, that's wild, that's what is that, so it's just so weird that the first time I
wait,
saw this, I
You
saw a
say
guy
he
that
filmed it.
no, he didn't film it. This is something George Knapp got given
Jordan,
by
and then he just watched
and
it.
showed it to him in a bar in Las Vegas. They were showing, looking
Sorry,
at it on their phone.
I kind of got lost in there when you did
Sorry.
that thing, and I zoned out for a minute thinking about like, man, that dude knew that, and then, dang, that's to
Yeah,
have like that's like literally almost I would say third hand knowledge, but I mean that's pretty good considering, as many conspiracy theories are out
yeah.
there.
I know the
Know
guy that
someone-
was
yeah,
looking at
that's what I'm
this,
saying.
Okay.
and he was
That's
blown
all.
away.
Not many people going to have that connection.
So that was
Yeah.
2024, right?
Okay, yeah.
Was that 2024?
That's when they
Jack?
declassified it. Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. I'm glad you jogged my memory because I know I've seen that before. This is from the movie
Oh, look
Battle
at that.
Los Angeles. Doesn't that thing
That
look
looks
similar?
really familiar.
I mean,
It's kind of
look at
reminded me
really
of Star Wars when
similar.
I seen like a
like
a
that?
security.
When I
Yeah.
first saw that, the jellyfish, I
Yeah.
thought that looks like the thing from Battle Los Angeles.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, what they saw. in the
Yeah.
sky.
And the Battle of Los Angeles, I mean, this came out.
What year was that that event took place? The actual event. That was in the
I don't
40s,
know.
right? During World War II?
No, the Battle of LA. No, that was modern. Battle of LA has got
No, I mean the actual event, the Battle of Los Angeles, the ship in the sky that we fired on. Not the movie. Yeah.
That one. Oh, the real thing.
The actual event,
I'll
yeah.
check it up. Yeah. Battle
The
of
40s, I
Los Angeles
thought.
area was a real historical event on February 24th to 25th, 1942, where U.S. forces
42.
fired over
Yeah.
1,400 anti-aircraft shells at
Yeah.
unidentified objects in the sky,
Yeah.
occurring
And
just
the
months
film was
after Pearl Harbor.
2011.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know, I didn't know that that was actually based on a real story. That's
Yeah.
that's how you know
Yeah.
Hollywood sucks.
Can't come up with anything original.
Yeah.
They just keep regurgitating what the CIA feeds them.
Yep.
And we could have been like battle over, you know, anything besides LA because we're all just want
Battle
that place to be.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, that whole thing in LA, man, that if you go read the news reports from that time, it was crazy. People were freaked out. I mean, they unloaded on that object, dude, and it didn't care. They couldn't do
Well,
nothing
yeah,
to it.
they
It was
unloaded this
interdimensional.
time on the aircraft before it got there, but the last time they knew where they're coming because on the radar. This time it's like, well, guys, we really know what's going on. It's probably them showing up for not, like, you know, hey, this is karma for not protecting your own people and allowing it to happen. So
Yeah,
I feel like that was they're kind of warranted. I'm on the UFO side for that. You guys allowed our own military to get blown up and killed and get us into a war because on purpose. You know, same thing we're in a war right now.
what are you talking about? What are you referencing?
Pearl Harbor. They knew it was
Oh,
coming.
yeah. They knew the Japanese. They goaded
Yeah.
them into that on
Yeah.
purpose so they could pull us into the war. So it would pull us into the war. Yeah, that was that was awful. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah, it's 'cause
Yeah,
it's
we put
evil.
sanctions on Japan and did all this other stuff. There was all kinds of stuff we
Yeah,
did
they
to
only
them to goad
had
them
like
into that.
3 months of oil left, or not even that.
Yeah.
I think it was most 3 months.
Yeah,
If
we
that.
we were begging for an attack. Yeah, and acting weak. You know, trying to think, oh, you can attack us, but we're just going to be, you know, just to goad them into attacking. And they were our government was so happy to see that, I believe. Not the general government, but the people pulling the strings.
Well,
were
I don't know. I think
ecstatic.
honestly, most of the people in our government just
Are probably down. with
especially
that kind of
if you're a
stuff.
president and your name's not like John F. Kennedy, and
Right.
you're not dead, or RFK.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way: if you were in politics, you're probably a guy.
Yep. I'd say
Yes.
you're right.
Yep.
That's the metric we should probably all just kind of
Yep.
go with.
Yeah, if you're still alive, like, you know, with CMGT, like I already know Marjorie Taylor Greene sounds crazy, everyone, but you know she's got integrity.
Yeah.
You can say about anyone else, but you know she's not being bought. I trust her.
Right.
but- just saying.
Yeah.
That's my theory. That's my conspiracy theory.
That's funny that you mentioned that, though. I didn't know if I was the only one that talked about that, but yeah, how Pearl Harbor was orchestrated.
Nope.
Huh.
There might be some things I don't know, but there's some things I do know.
Yeah, that was definitely a terrible thing that our government allowed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I just saying like even the Iran thing, where everyone's like, well, they killed 30 to 40,000 of their own people. I'm like, yeah, Israel paid 30 to 40,000 of their people to be crazy and stupid and did all that stuff. Like they had to thwart. They had to get rid of. Let's put it this way: if you got a tumor, you're gonna keep a tumor, or you're gonna cut it off. I mean, they didn't kill anyone needlessly. I mean, or I should say needlessly, recklessly. They just did what they had to do. You know, what I mean, like I said, I don't live in Iran. You know, and as far as the letters I've read the last couple of days and what I've seen, like basically anytime like Iran's like we haven't started any wars. Like, it's crazy to think about. We know we haven't done that. Basically they're fighting the government. No, they don't they don't really hate us. They hate our government.
What's the track record though on these wars that get started with these countries? Every one of them doesn't have a international bank, right? A Zionist-owned bank.
Yep.
Right?
Venezuela didn't have
Venezuela,
Iraq didn't
Iran,
have one.
Iraq.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a couple
Syria.
more in there. Yep, that seems
There's
to
only
be
like 9. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wait. Who
and
else
those
has
seem to
it?
be
Oh,
the bad guys all the time.
North Korea.
North Korea is another one.
Russia.
Yes, Russia. Yep.
China.
The demons. They don't have an IMF planted in their borders. Get them. That's what it all boils down to at the end. Is greed, money, power.
Well, maybe
That's
China has international. I'm not sure about China. I can't remember, but
China.
is China?
Propaganda.
I'm not
That's
sure, but
best.
I know they are. I don't know. I think it's been propaganda enough that I'm starting willing to just give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Hey, are you gonna shoot me today? No. All right, you might be a good person. I'll see you. Don't care what color you are. Just don't shoot
Right.
me. Don't
Right.
tread on me, and I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wonder, North Korea is called a hermit kingdom. Russia is very much the same. You wonder what really goes inside their countries.
I've seen some videos. Russia. Yeah.
Seems like it's just normal like us,
Yeah.
not
I
much
mean,
different.
James, you're getting ready to say you wonder what really goes on. I think we're being propagandized because I've
Yeah,
seen some
absolutely.
American citizens over there that do like podcasts and say this place is wonderful.
Yeah.
People are so
Yep.
nice in Russia. It's clean. There's no homeless. There's no drug epidemics.
Nope.
There's
There's no
alcoholics, obviously, but
LGBTQ.
yeah, there's none of that crap going on.
Nope.
It's a beautiful country.
Yep.
The food's great,
Yeah, you're right. I think we're the ones being fed the propaganda daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We laughed at the videos that the North Koreans were watching about how the Americans had to eat snow in the winter to survive. These,
Yeah.
but we're the ones that are actually,
Yep.
we don't even know it
We're getting
because not everybody can just travel abroad like that.
We're
That's
getting
exactly.
They limit
Yeah.
that, obviously.
fed the slop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of fed the slop, excuse me. What are your conspiracies about fast food meat? Like, the phrase, the math isn't mathing. What is all the meat in fast food, especially the golden arches? What do you think? Do you think it's clone meat? Do you think there's something else in it? I mean, there's not enough that you've seen the calculations. There's not enough beef in the U.S. to supply the largest
The
fast food
demand.
chain,
Yeah.
not to mention every single other one. I mean,
I don't want to know.
I
what's
believe
in
they
there.
call it a food product. They don't really call it.
Yeah. The
know?
lawyer jargon.
When that McDonald's CEO ate that burger, he's like, "This is a product we've been working on for a while. I'm gonna take this real tiny bite
He's
here.
like, "Ugh."
Oh,
And
it's so delicious."
Then he wipes his mouth with a napkin and spits it back out.
Yeah.
And he probably crapped himself for about 4 hours. I can't believe I did that. It's only-
Well, yeah, I just talked to my mother today. She's talking about how she had a cheeseburger from McDonald's, and like you just said, an hour later she was running to the bathroom. Just like what?
Mhm.
That's not normal.
Well,
No,
you look at those videos done by people who take a McDonald's and fries from McDonald's, and then from Burger King, and then from wherever, Hardee's, and they just let them sit out, right?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
all
I've
the
seen
other
those.
ones will mold and break
Yeah.
down like it should. McDonald's, even
Stays
there was one that was
pristine.
over a year old, look exactly the
The
same.
same. Yeah, that's creepy,
preservatives,
dude. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
Like,
You're
what
right.
kind of mad preservatives are in it that it doesn't break down?
it looked like a toy, like a prop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I almost think that so if you want to take people over, you need to make their mind weak, and you make their body weak. So if you
Body,
put,
yes,
all
yes.
right. So the
Yeah.
weak mind, weak body.
Yeah.
Even a weak mind leads to a weak body. So
Yeah.
strong mind, strong body.
You are what you eat, man. That's a
Well,
true
the thing
thing.
is, though, you have all that bad food, you have all the chemicals getting sprayed into the air. No
Yeah.
matter if you're eating organic stuff, you're building, you're driving, you're doing your own thing, you're still doing. No matter what, they're going to derive some form of chemical that shouldn't be.
It's a
in there.
multi-directional attack.
Right.
It's
So now
it's an
we
assault.
live in a world where we have to yearly or double, or twice a year detox with heavy metals. If we get microplastics and parasites, because we're like the only
Yeah.
country in the world that don't deworm. You go
Yeah.
to third world countries,
Yeah,
they
you're
deworm.
right.
They have a deworm regimen like yearly. They're told like
Mhm.
what? No one ever. I'm like come on.
Yeah.
So I think really everyone needs to start doing that, and you'll see our health go up. You see the life expectancy go up. But it's if parasites can be in food, they can be in almost anything. You walk outside, like they say, like you've seen those videos of people walking outside with their shoes on or socks and getting grounded to the
Yeah.
which is great. I guess something to that, but You still get parasites just by walking barefoot, so when you've never been told, I've never took any health class, I
Well, what?
mean, that said anything about having parasites or deworming
No,
your,
even fasting, they're like,
Yes, I was
no,
getting ready to
you
say
have
that.
to
Yeah,
eat
Yeah.
breakfast.
fasting.
If you don't eat breakfast, you're
Yeah.
unhealthy. Start
Yeah.
your day off with a big bowl of sugary carbohydrates to get
Yeah.
your brain going. Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
pH balance and, like
Yep. No.
alkaline is
I heard
better.
the best meal you could start off with is a glass of milk and an apple, like an organic apple and a glass. That's all you really need, and that'll get you fired up. That's the best way to start your day. That's the Spartan diet. But fasting, what can you guys tell me about that from the Bible? That's mentioned all the
Right.
time in the Bible, right?
All the
Fasting,
time.
fasting, fasting,
Yeah.
right?
It brings
something to it.
clarity and it cleanses your body. I mean, the fasting length varies
Yeah,
by people, but I mean, it works.
right. So define fasting as they would have in the Bible. So obviously you have to drink water,
You have to.
right?
Correct.
But
Yes.
what do you eat at all, or if at anything?
Fasting means
just
nothing.
water,
Just water.
Just hydrating. That's it. Yeah.
just hydrating, and
Yeah.
you just
yeah,
and they say
because
that it gives you you get this crazy boost of clarity and
Yeah.
energy, and
I've
I
never
don't know.
gotten
I've never
that.
done
All
it.
I've
I've
ever
never
gotten was
done
hangry.
turn into a diva.
Well, it's usually because I'm working and there's times I used to go to work. I'd work at
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning and
Well, you can't do it in today's world, man.
2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I ain't eating anything. I'm fasting. It's bringing clarity. It's clear that I need to eat something. I'm gonna probably
Right.
kill someone.
The way they work us today in the way our world's designed to keep us on that clock,
Yep.
you can't fast.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
It's
not
no,
feasible.
It's
in
not
today's
feasible.
schedule. Yeah.
Today's schedule. No, the way they've got it set up.
Yeah, it's not. It sucks. I hate
And
it.
it probably would. It would probably cure. It would let your body heal. It would probably kill
Detox.
parasites.
Yeah.
Detox. But
Yep.
yeah. If someone says, I'm going to fast for 30 days, it's
Yep.
like, well, good luck, because you still have stuff to do. In the hectic
Right.
hustle and bustle, you
Yep.
don't have time to just not eat,
To
because you
take care
have
of
to
yourself.
have energy.
Yeah.
Very few
actually
people
do
have
that.
enough body weight or fat to sustain over 30. I think the most.
Yeah,
you
some
can
people
really-
don't. Yeah, you'd be really
I think the
sick.
most you can probably really go is about 3 weeks before you start. to
Even
have
that, I think, would
vital
make a
organ-
big difference. I would think.
Well, I mean, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying you couldn't go a week, but you're really pushing the limits of your capability. I'm pretty sure after 3 weeks you're starting getting worried about vital organ shutdown if you're not having any food, just because you have to have something to replace that.
Well,
I wonder if
your
they took
first-
any.
Oh,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Chuck.
No, go ahead.
Like intermittent fasting, I do that, right? But that's just, I feel better in the morning. So it's like, I do the most, like 16, maybe 18 hours. But a lot of that is covered when, after dinner, I'm not eating, and then through I sleep. And so you're burning through the hours that go by. First, you're burning glucose that's stored, right? And then you go into ketones or fat. You start burning that. But yeah, like you said, Kyle, if you don't have enough body fat or something, you're going to start eating something else, muscle, or depending how long you go. And it's different for everybody.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
I mean,
saying
if you're a really big 400-pound dude and you fast, you could probably fast a lot more comfortably than someone who doesn't have that weight.
Hey, actually, tell you too, they'd probably be more uncomfortable because the fact they're used to eating, it would probably.
But there's more energy to be
No,
consumed.
you're right. But what I'm saying, mentally, it's going to be harder.
Oh,
rather than
yeah.
someone that's not, because they're not
Yes.
used to having that.
They
I
don't
get
deprive
hungry.
themselves.
That's why usually when I get hungry, it's because I don't have a whole bunch of body fat, so therefore my vital organs
Right.
feed this
Mhm.
guy. He's gonna kill me.
Right.
Your ketones are like, help us.
Yeah, help
I've been
me.
seeing a lot of stuff about sugar and how bad it is.
Refined
how
sugar.
it's, or just
Yeah.
sugar in general. Our diet that's so heavy with sugar.
Yeah.
And how it feeds parasites, and you hear all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff. I don't know if any of it's true, but it's like, man, I can almost buy that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's like
sugar has
look at all the candy they market and all the
Yes.
sugar that's in everything. It's in everything.
It's easy to produce. It's cheap. And it's highly usable. in many different forms.
Addictive.
It tastes good.
It's
like
bad
a
for
drug.
you.
It's basically
It's bad
a
for you.
narcotic.
it's
Yeah.
a drug.
Yeah, it is.
It is a narcotic.
And,
Yeah.
like sugar in its natural form. So first thing I think of is fruit. But when you have all that sugar in, say, an orange, right? It has different compounds. It has soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. So that theoretically will slow down the absorption of sugar going into your blood versus the refined stuff. Like I know what's really popular now is like the Nerds clusters, which is kind of a
Yeah.
disgusting
Oh my
title.
God.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is so much sugar and dye and processed chemical
Yep.
just right into your bloodstream, but it makes you feel
Blast
good.
it.
It tastes good.
Yeah. It's a euphoric.
That's right. Yeah. That frontal lobe is stimulated. Like, yeah, let's
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Crazy.
Crazy. Energy drinks do the same thing.
Oh God, yeah.
I haven't had an
I'm
energy
guilty
drink.
of it. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I've had mine, yeah.
yeah.
But I switched to zero sugar, if that helps
I
at
haven't
all.
like 10 years since my kids were born or longer. I haven't had an energy drink for probably 10 or 12 years.
You just drink tea and coffee, right?
I usually drink coffee, tea. I drink some Mountain Dew, which is not good. I'll drink a little bit of Fago and everything, but I don't really. I really like Sprite. Like I try not to drink too much pop. I usually just coffee, tea. I really don't drink coffee too much. Maybe every other day. But sometimes it's just tea. You know,
Yeah.
Tea's a
call me
good one, I think.
Japanese.
Yeah.
What's some tea?
British.
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 Chinese tea?
It's tea time, isn't it?
But they had Japanese tea too. Japanese.
Oh yeah, the Japanese, you got to go through the whole ritual, right? You got to
Oh.
pour it a
Yeah.
certain way and
Oh, yeah, like
You gotta,
two
like,
cubes.
rinse the pot. It's like, hang
rinse
on,
the
I got
pot.
this.
Yeah, you got to
Nice.
wash it over. Yeah, it's like a whole thing process.
I shouldn't do
Well,
the
in
accent.
England too, like my dad is from England, and we take a pop can or whatever and just drink it, right? They don't drink out of the can because it's dirty. It's full of other things, so they always pour in a glass. Here in
Yeah,
America, we're like
straight from the tap, baby,
straight from the tap, unfiltered.
unfiltered. Give me that
The
aluminum.
question is though, if it's dirty while you're drinking it,
Metals.
isn't it dirty while you're pouring it too? Like, it's got to come out of the mouthpiece. I'm not licking the whole can, right?
That's big brain, Kyle.
So I'm just
How do
saying,
you
like,
drink a pop, dude?
I just like
I always
Kyle's
lick the
got his
can,
pinky
man.
out. Excuse me, sir. I need
Yeah.
to sanitize.
I just lick the whole thing.
Yeah, I shotgun my Coke.
Yeah. The all this heavy metal stuff, but the ticks. You hear about all the ticks are really bad this year?
No, God, I hate
Okay,
those.
we actually. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was watching
Preach it,
too.
brother. Preach it.
They've done that before. I remember sitting there seeing. Oh wait, I can't remember if it was Cambodia or wherever it was, but they have already done this. They have already introduced ticks to other populations, and done that. So no, it's not over a realm of possibility. They've already done it. So,
Done what? What are we talking about?
Okay, so they would take ticks, they'd bioengineer them, all right, and they would place them in like places where they wanted to, influence. They basically take ticks and release them in populations, all right,
Yeah.
and then those ticks would spread and have some sort of disease, and they would spread that disease. Like they would, like alpha gal, like if you get bit by a tick that has like the Lone Star tick, apparently, if you get bit by that tick, all right, it carries out what they call alpha gal. So alpha gal is basically you like red meat and you can no longer eat red meat because it makes you allergic to red meat.
You develop a meat allergy.
Meat allergy. Yep.
And there is, I mean, other than being
And Lyme disease
created,
as well.
and Lyme disease,
Yeah,
other
Lyme
than
disease,
created in a
yeah.
lab, no one can be allergic to meat. You know what I mean? It's such and it's a vital, nutrient dense source of protein.
I think it's what we're meant to be eating, really.
is.
Carnivorous, yeah.
Yeah, because you feel satiated, you feel stronger.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
that's what
nutrient
they
dense.
say that's what helped us develop our brain, our brain power.
Yeah, that's actually what they're. Let's say like oil. Our brain power because we eat meat.
Well, yeah,
Right.
your brain is made of cholesterol, and you get that
Yeah.
from meat. You don't get it from
Plants.
plants.
Broccoli.
That's why. Yeah, well, that's why cows have four stomachs. They
Broccoli
say. Well, at
and
least that's
green
what we're
beans.
taught. Is why cows have four stomachs because they eat grass and it takes that many stomachs to process
So
grass.
properly, yeah.
All right, and now while we have one stomach, it's because we eat meat. We're meat eaters. It's easier on our digestive system.
Yeah.
So actually, sorry, not meat. Cooking meat. Cooking meat's a lot
Yeah.
easier. All right, raw meat
Yeah.
would be a different thing.
Different animal.
Yeah, but because if we cook meat, it's a lot easier. So therefore, but I don't think that was how we developed. I think this is how we were designed. There's
Well, let me ask you this. When it comes to anatomy, so they say we need a certain amount of fiber to get it out. I've seen people that have been on, say, the carnivore diet, right? And the first thing I think of is, do they have bathroom problems? And they say
Right.
they do not once your body adjusts to it. So
Right.
is the idea of, we know the government lies, but do you really need fiber from plants and things like that in order to go to the bathroom, or do you not? Is it made up?
I think it's made up.
I think so too,
I
dude,
think the
because I've gone
food
stretches.
pyramid is upside down.
Oh, it's totally upside down.
I've known several people in my life personally that we have a guy that buys chicken eggs from us every summer when they're up here. They go down to Florida for the winter, and he's an older gentleman. He had weight problems, diabetes, high blood pressure. He switched to a carnivore diet. That's all he eats: bacon, eggs, steak, and he lost so much weight, and he's so much, he feels better, looks better.
Mm-hmm.
And another guy at work, way overweight, switched to carnivore diet. Immediately, the pounds just fell off, and he's got more energy. He's thinking clearly, there's something to it, man. I've seen the results, but it's hard to do.
Well, even
That's a good point.
tumors are known to have like so like okay, let's just go with that. So when they remove tumors, all right, you gotta hear a lot of people like when they remove tumors, it spreads, right?
The biopsies spread. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, what happens is those tumors aren't tumors; they're all your they're like parasites all clustered together because your body is you're defending yourself. That's actually
Oh,
defending yourself.
It's got it surrounded.
Yeah, so when you poke it, it actually releases like they said there and it spreads because yeah, now you release it out and it's able to go everywhere else. All right. So if you don't kill it with some form of, biologically some way, in the bloodstream, kill it, that way it stops spreading, the larvae, the eggs, and whatever you want to call it, living parasite. It spreads, right? Well, it's kind of crazy too. I was talking to my sister the other night before I came here, and she was, she's X-ray tech. She treated cancer for 20 years now, right? And she was telling me about a guy that she's talking about, but the doctor couldn't prescribe it, but like the pharmacist was like, well, if you take ivermectin, and he had like, I can't remember what kind of cancer he had. I think it was lung cancer. She said, well, usually lung cancer, it goes from the thing and then it spreads to the brain. I'm like, that don't even sound like a cancer. That sounds like a living biological organism. That's like, I need a unit. It wants a host. It's going to go to the best tissue. Your heart and your brain. It's probably going to be the easiest, softest, most nutritious.
Vulnerable.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, not just that, but it's just like there's a lot there going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a lot of blood, lots of things to eat from. Everything coming in, everything going. Your brain, tissue, like he said, cholesterol, fat.
Right.
They like.
They're not going to collect in the heel
Yeah,
or your knee.
right. But that's the thing is, they said he took ivermectin and he never chemo, and he actually got better. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
that must be wrong. There's probably ivermectin, fenbendazole, and everything else you need to take with it.
Yeah, fenbendazole. That's the one I was trying to think of as you
And
guys
there's
were
like
talking.
wormwood. Like there's
Yeah,
fenbendazole. There's fenbendazole, or membendazole. There's a few different renditions, but it's all like some endazole. All right, it's
Yeah.
kind of like your Doritos and Cheetos and Fritos.
But that's something you can get pretty easily, right?
Yeah, you can actually. I think you can just go to like Tractor Supply store. You can
Let
go
me
to
stop you right there, bud. There's no money in that. We're going to have to stop that. You're
Wow,
talking
yeah,
crazy.
you're right. Listen,
High protein
You
diets.
you need chemo, you need radiation, and
yeah,
you need to be sick for years.
Well,
my
that's the
chemo,
thing.
and I need it now.
That is the
That's right.
tactic. This is just my belief, and I say this respectfully because we all know someone who died of cancer.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
cancer is the fear word, and everyone that dies of cancer, by the end, right, they look so sickly. But guess what? They look so sickly because they've been being chipped away at for months.
Right.
With chemotherapy,
Right.
radiation,
Yeah.
poor diet, because hospital
Yep.
food, like here, eat applesauce and
Yeah.
this little puff pastry. It's like
Yeah.
they look so sick. And you always hear those stories too about people who were given, you have about a year to 8 months to live, whatever. And they're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done with treatment. I'm just going to go off, enjoy the rest of my time.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, they're still here.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like,
Yep.
well,
What happened?
They're like, I don't know. I just never followed through. We're going back. It's like,
Yeah.
and
I
the
didn't go
whole
back and
biopsy
sit in the
thing,
chair.
yeah, pissing with it if it's going to spread things.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
It's like the COVID stuff with the, what was the protocol if someone had a low
Oxygen
level, they would
ventilator.
the ventilator, but they would give them something It was a medically induced coma though.
Oh,
Put
yeah,
them
they
under
basically
and then
kill
ventilator.
them.
It would kill them because
Yeah.
if they woke up out of there was like it was a 80% chance that they wouldn't survive. Like their organs couldn't function again by themselves.
Hmm.
So the whole system and that fear tactic of people are dying, people are dying.
Yeah,
like,
look,
are
we're
you
killing them. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
we're running them through.
Well, I think I've seen a video. I can't remember exact details, so this isn't like verbatim. But I seen a video of a guy who I think he had twin daughters or two daughters, okay? And I think they both ended up getting somehow diagnosed with some form of cancer. One of them I think, took chemo, all right? And like I said, I can't remember the exact details. It's been a while, but in a nutshell, his daughter died not because of the cancer, but because of the chemo. There was a
Yeah.
treatment that came out. It could have been just. I think it might have been for the other daughter. It might have been that the other daughter got leukemia or something later on. It wasn't like at the same time, because obviously you probably. But either way, the other daughter ended up almost came down like the same thing and was cured, but his other daughter didn't because of the chemo. But it wasn't the cancer that killed her; it was the chemotherapy because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's the
It
cure.
kills healthy cells and cancer cells.
yeah. So
It's
I
a
mean,
double-edged sword.
Right.
like I can't remember what it was. I think it was like leukemia or something. But whatever it was, it was treatable. I think they might have misdiagnosed it or something. I can't remember exact
Hey,
details,
man.
but it was just like if he didn't give her the chemo, she could have lived. Her other daughter, and you have to live with that. That'd be terrible. I wouldn't even want to be that doctor because I'm like, I suck.
Hey man, we can go to the moon, but we can't cure cancer.
Yeah,
Right.
not without chemotherapy. Oh wait,
Right. Not without killing the
radiation.
body.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
radiation doesn't kill. We can get through the Van Allen
We can get through that radiation belt with
but
a
we
tin
can't take
can, but
chemotherapy.
we can't figure that cancer stuff out, man. It's
like-
just sorry.
Because I'm pretty sure it
So-
takes like what 3 to 6 foot of lead to stop radiation, right? And you are like, You're not
going through
getting-
the mother load of it out there.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: you're not putting that much lead on a spacecraft because if you even look at like
It'd be
for
moving
every
slower than it
pound-
already was.
okay, so for like every pound that NASA pushes up or out, whatever it is, there's a calculation how much
Yeah.
fuel they're going to have to
Yeah.
need, and it
To
gets
burn.
and it
Yeah.
well, and then not just that, but it increases. Okay, so it gets more
Exponentially.
exponentially higher
Yeah.
every time it goes up. So there ain't no way that they're going to be able to get past that radiation, but like and have no radiation effectiveness whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
You guys have seen all the videos where they show the people at the space station, right? And then they you see the camera guy down at the bottom of the corner. Everybody else's hair is flying. He's down there and he drops something.
And it just drops, yeah.
It just dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
can
just
see
right
the
there in your
strings in
face.
some of them.
Yeah, because you can't simulate static electricity, at all.
Yeah, that's impossible. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Or hairspray.
Because all you have to
That's
do is
not
have
a
one of
thing.
those things that you stick your head on the
Yeah.
thing and your hair goes all the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, what a joke. Like those videos
yeah.
are such a joke. I
They're
just
comical,
cringe.
man. It's like Saturday Night Live or something, man.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, well, a lot of people are eating it up.
I mean, they're real smart people. Don't get me wrong. They're
Yeah,
really
they're not
smart.
dummies, but
No, but they're just
But
really
they're
good at
paying
trickery.
a lot
They're
of
like
money to go
magicians.
along with the joke.
they're great. Yeah, magicians.
We should just call
There
them
you
astronauts
go.
what they are, magicians.
Yeah,
Dude, you're-
magi.
That's fantastic. They're great magicians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're the
really are.
best.
Yep, sleight of hand,
Hmm
misdirection
Yes.
out on a massive scale.
Yep, and it's so massive that the human mind actually can't
Believe it.
fathom it, and because of narcissism and pride.
Well, hey, I saw what's his face, Copperfield make the Empire State Building disappear. So that happened. It was real.
Hey, you close your eyes, anything will disappear.
That's true. You blink.
How do you think
Yeah.
I got rid of all my girlfriends?
That is
Alon?
weird to think of it that way, though. That everybody's just magicians up at that level. They're misdirecting us. They're sleight of hand.
Yeah. Well, remember the movie
Illusion.
Prestige?
Yeah. Oh, great movie.
Great movie about
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tesla
two different kinds
and-
of methods of magic. But there's no true magic. It's not real.
Right.
Just a great illusion.
Mhm.
Just like breast cancer. I'm
Yeah.
going to pick on breast cancer awareness, but how many billions are donated to breast cancer every year? And guess what? it's not
like-
eradicated. It's still the
Yeah.
rates are climbing. I mean,
Well, that's the thing too. Why? Okay, another thing about breast cancer, right? So you're all talking about fatty tissues. Breasts are basically fatty tissue. Okay, for less of a better term. I mean, it's predominantly fat. All right. Well, parasites feed on fat. All right. So breast cancer could probably be it just parasites. You know that you're eating those on women because that's a great host. It's a big host. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot of tissue. Right? And, so yeah, I think honestly, if you have breast cancer, take ivermectin because you know what? Take fentanyl. Get on parasite cure. I think anyone, even if you don't, should just do it.
I would
because
try it.
I'm actually going to. I just haven't had the time to
Right.
get on and order it. I just being
I
lazy.
think I've got some in the house somewhere.
Well, yeah, doing better than I am.
yeah, if you take that stuff and you do a detox and you feel better, please let me know. Let everybody know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I'm actually probably going to order it tonight. Probably just I might even tell you what brand and maybe if it works.
Yep.
But I will
Better be
say
a sponsor.
we all have we all have daughters. Yeah, that'd be a good sponsor.
Yeah.
I do feel women are picked on for their health more. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you need to get, the breast exam, you need to get a pap smear,
Yep.
the tampons and the pads are
Dude, I heard like a
full of chemicals.
mammogram. They have to like press down. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
mammogram.
horrific.
That-
Yeah.
that-
They're
what?
constantly being messed with their
Poked and
anatomy.
prodded.
We don't necessarily have that like they do. The makeup that
Yeah.
it's messing with
Yeah.
their hormones. I mean,
I hate.
beauty, pain is beauty idea.
Yeah.
It's like that. I think that's why women suffer quite a bit because their system is more complex. But then
I-
you add
I
in
was
those
born
variables.
Amish.
That's why they're things like that, like breast cancer, are through the roof.
I'd love
I
to
can
see
ver-
the cancer rates in the Amish community versus.
Dude,
Oh,
they're even the
that would
COVID.
be
Like there was the
interesting.
one I seen
Yeah.
one video of Pennsylvania. They had Amish population. They said they had one person die from COVID, but that wasn't even provable. But other than that, they had no one come down with it. They followed no
Yeah.
guidelines
Isn't
whatsoever.
that interesting? Didn't exist.
Didn't listen to
there.
anything.
Yeah, low
They-
cancer rates. Yeah.
Nothing. Nope. Because
That
they,
and autism and everything else from
Yep.
Yes.
vaccines, and it's all
Anybody
low, low,
allergic
low,
to
low.
peanuts here? No.
Yeah.
The baby
Circus
just ate a
peanuts.
peanut butter pie.
I'm just saying,
Weird.
I'm about to convert to Amish.
I think yeah.
Well, we might have to after tomorrow.
Tomorrow, maybe. Yep, you're right. Yeah.
I said that to my wife today. I was like, "There's going to be aliens here tomorrow." I was like, "Don't worry about
Yeah.
it." She's like, I don't want aliens. I'd rather
what,
have
you got-
zombies. And I said,
Well,
"You'd rather have zombies?" I said,
Oof.
"World War Z zombies?" She's like, "No, the Walking Dead ones." I was like,
Yeah, the Walking Dead ones. Yeah, not
Just to
28 days
clarify.
later zombies. No,
"Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
we're cooked."
Yeah, we're
or
cooked.
World War Z zombies. Those guys were.
No,
furious.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to
I
say
just
it,
I just rather have
would
like
be-
modern day zombies where everyone's just playing Call of Duty and just eating chip and Doritos all day.
Yeah.
That's my type of zombie. We're having
Yeah.
no zombies in this world. What are we talking about?
We do.
NPCs.
NPCs, baby.
Well,
Sorry.
here's hoping for a big day tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
I know,
Mm.
right?
I'm excited.
If something does, we'll put out something very quickly.
Yep.
If the internet doesn't go down.
Yeah, I think that'd be the first thing they
Yes.
shut down.
I'm sure everything's gonna be okay.
Stop the communication.
I'm sure us bombing Iran is gonna solve it all.
Yeah, just
We
I think
didn't do
more
anything
missiles is
wrong.
the answer.
Where is
Mhm.
Greta Thunberg when we need her?
Oh,
I think
I think she's in jail in Gaza. Israel.
Yeah.
Well, no, she did. I think she was trying to. Last I seen, she was trying to help get supplies into Gaza, and then was arrested probably by Israel because they
I
arrested.
thought recently
everyone.
after that she
I don't
was
know.
caught in Venice. She poured a bunch of green dye into the Venice riverways and polluted the whole thing
She's
as a
down.
statement.
She died.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was griping about it. Rightly so, You took a monument like that and just defaced it, for your own whatever.
I mean, she's just
For
a paid
attention.
shield too.
She's
Paid
a what?
opposition. It's paid opposition. To
Yeah.
keep everyone
Let-
fighting each other.
Let me
Yeah.
just prove it real quick. Paid opposition. We got the one eye symbol here.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's part of the club.
She's in the club.
Exactly.
She's
in the
been
club.
groomed.
Oh, yeah.
I almost feel sorry for. I don't. I'm honestly.
I
I'm
think
not
she's
ever-
autistic, dude.
I feel sorry for people that are that evil, and I
Honestly.
wish them the best.
Yeah.
You
But-
should go get a 9 to 5 job and hate your job, and then you really know what life's about.
Well,
That's not-
I would have a lot more respect for her if she actually lived a life. Yeah, if she actually lived a life and had some life experience rather than being a freaking
Listen, I don't know how you get paid money to do nothing.
right,
Okay, you're
Yeah.
getting funded by someone. If
Right.
you're like you're not.
right.
You're not getting paid because some people like you.
No,
No, I'm sorry to say, no one
no,
likes you. But
she's
someone
funded
is definitely paying you to do something because you just don't have this money to go here.
to travel and
I
yeah,
work a job and I ain't got time to go from Venice to wherever
No.
to Israel to this. Like,
No.
no the time, patience, effort, will. Like so many things I just don't have to want to go do all this crap that you just have to be evil to want to do. Like, I'm
Right.
just sorry. Just
yeah. Well,
what can you do?
best of luck, Greta.
We can complain about it though.
Yeah.
It's our right to complain.
Before we cap this off, gentlemen, anything else you want to add?
Mm.
Not that I can think of, man. I think we've meandered through a lot of stuff already.
Just
tonight.
make sure that if you're going out in the woods this year, anyone, make sure that you wear some cover and some repellent because not being able, like, alpha, like I just don't
Permethrin.
believe. I've honestly seen this happen. I did see this in the thing. It was a guy we are reporting farmers in the United States having boxes of ticks already dropped in a thing. So
Yeah.
it's already on. It's
They found it in
already
their fields.
It's heavy.
Yep.
Yep.
So just be aware. And it's in northeast. It's north central India, or not Indiana, United States. It's around our area. So if you're
Yeah, I
anywhere
found a
near-
tick on my daughter's head today, and she wasn't in the grass either.
Yeah. They fall out of trees, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Check that special someone every time you get it back in for ticks and stuff.
Use
Yeah, we're-
permethrin. It's pretty
Permethrin.
well. It's
What
gone
is
up
it?
in price, but
permethrin.
permethrin. It's like a bug repellent, and it kills them. You can spray it on your clothes.
Okay.
And,
Oh,
like,
okay.
if you're going out in the
Like a
woods, spray it
barrier
on.
around your socks and your
Yeah.
feet and your
Now,
pants.
well, now we know who funded this. All right, permethrin.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
permethrin.
I invested some money in permethrin stock yesterday.
Everyone should
Uh,
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Ding 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 ding.
Hey, we probably all should. Hey, what's that? What's that on the stock exchange?
Yeah.
Go buy some right now.
If we can't, if they do shut down the internet, guys, we'll get together on the cell phone. Hopefully we can do like a FaceTime video together.
Yeah. We'll rendezvous. Don't worry.
We'll find a way to get this out. So
Milkhouse for life.
don't believe what you see in the skies. Keep an open mind. Don't do anything the government tells you to do tomorrow.
Yes.
And look into Ezekiel's wheel.
Yeah, look into Ezekiel's wheel. This has all happened before.
That's
All right.
Very well said.
All right.
All right.
See y'all later.
Peace out.
Later.